Yeah, I'm interested in the Wi-Fi and how that works for guests. Do you have that in a written policy?
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm interested in just looking at that, I guess.
Yeah, give me just a minute.
So you just here traveling through?
What? Can I help you?
Oh, I'm the assistant. I was just coming in here with her.
Hey, what do you know about the Wi-Fi policy?
You have to show picture ID to get a guest pass.
Okay.
So right here, it
Restrictions,
right-
okay.
yep, right here.
Use by patrons shall be on a first come, first restriction. Computer equipment. No, I'm not using any. Do you consider computer equipment
Anything brought in Wi-Fi? Yes.
Wi-Fi is not brought in.
Well,
you mean
if you're bringing in something and you need Wi-Fi, then yes.
Okay, so it doesn't specify. Maybe needs to be a definition.
Right here.
Just read it further.
Yes, it says it is against library policy to use any library card or temporary card that is not yours. The person logged in must be the same as the person sitting at the computer.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to impersonate somebody else.
Well, whenever we ask for ID, that proves that you are who you are.
We just need to see it. It doesn't matter what kind of picture ID you
system?
That's our computer system.
Computer or something. System restricts users to 30. Oh, so you would restrict the Wi-Fi to 30 minutes?
For 3 hours, you get a 30-minute.
Oh, that's
alert.
3 hours. Okay, and then what happens at 30 minutes?
It just will remind you that you've gotten 30
Every
minutes.
30 minutes you get reminded about the 3 hour.
That is correct. Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then after 3 hours, your time is up.
And you got a library board, right?
Yep.
Yes.
They approve this?
Yes,
they did.
Because you didn't just write this yourself without getting their approval.
That is correct. See.
Updated in 2009? It's, okay.
They're being updated now.
Well, what's the most recent? Is that, I mean, you consider this 2009 to be the most recent?
Yes, but these haven't changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they relook at them
yes.
Because they haven't changed, but I mean, just, you know, so it doesn't look like it's so old. You don't.
Any kind of picture
saying
ID, it works.
You're saying that there might be a copy of this that has the more recent date, but you just didn't change out the paper in this binder, possibly. Okay. Yeah, I've been to quite a few libraries, and I've never. I mean, it's really rare. Maybe 1 out of 100 libraries that demands ID. And
we had an issue several years ago.
Does the city pay for the funds for this library, or is it private donations?
It's tax.
It's okay. So city.
Yeah.
All right,
it's
city.
State funded, yes.
Yeah, maybe a little federal in there too. All right, because I mean it's a bit of an issue, demanding ID from guests just to use the Wi-Fi.
There was a legal issue several years ago.
But I mean, it looks like Spot's taking care of it. I mean, you got a software program that overlooks that and, you know, logs whatever information they need to for that security issue. A lot of other libraries have taken care of it in a much better way than just attacking the visitors. Demanding our IDs. It's a privacy issue for me, having to give you my ID and, you know, having to see all my information. What?
We just need to see the picture and just your name.
That's it. Because if you come in,
you just target your view at just a picture.
It just shows that you are who you are.
It's a trust thing. Just like I don't trust you guys holding on to my water. I'm gonna empty it and check it and clean it out,
and that's
because
just
you guys took my water
and left it on the shelf.
And I mean that
just
once
protects
again
the books and the equipment.
Yes.
Yeah, and I spilled it right in front of her. And I don't know if you've seen my container.
Well, that's why
did you see my
that's
container?
Why there's
It is a closed container. Yes.
Yeah. A lot of libraries, once again, you guys have really pushed our freedom, I guess, in a lot of ways. You've kind of pushed back on our freedom a lot here compared to a lot of other libraries I've been to, because some other libraries will be like, you know, as long as the water container is a closed container, you can have that. Even you guys do you have that in your written policy against closed containers too?
It just says no food or drink.
In the
Yeah.
library.
But that's
So-
our policies, and we expect anybody who uses a library to follow our policies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
it's a really
you did spill it, so I mean.
no. I tipped it over, and it's a
Which-
closed container,
Hmm.
and I asked her for a towel, but she was like, there's nothing there. It doesn't leak because
We
it's a closed
understand.
container.
Right.
I was doing that as a kind of a joke.
Right.
And I think
Right.
this issue is
Yeah.
is a little bit in comparison to other, in my experience, in comparison to other libraries, it's a little.
Well, I
You're
understand.
pushing our freedoms. All right, I'm just saying, you know, as long as I'm not getting picked on, you
No.
have it. You're picking on everybody with your written policy with
Yes, sir.
this. So
Everybody
I mean,
that
that's-
walks through the door.
that's all you want to. You know, I'll try to operate within your means.
I
you know,
appreciate that. Thank
with
you.
these two issues
Mhm.
is what's, you know, all I wanted to address with you.
Mhm.
So, all right. Well, there's nothing more I can say about it. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Are you good?
Well, I mean, I don't like what what you have here, but I mean,
Sorry.
I'm just letting you know that that's all I can do is say I don't like it.
Right. Okay.
So
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, if you need anything else, just let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
About revising the policy thing. If you will just give us your name, we'll go
No.
ahead and make you a guest pass.
No,
Oh,
that's the whole thing.
we don't need your ID.
You count me as a guest. That's all. So I mean, you got there are a lot of other libraries out there.
They just make a guest pass with no
There's
name.
different levels of Wi-Fi. Okay,
Oh.
some will offer. Some will just give you Some will just have Wi-Fi available to anybody who visits. I
Uh-huh.
mean, you don't log in or
Oh,
whatever.
really?
There's no password. You just, as soon as I connect, I'm on.
Oh.
That's like the best. I mean, and then
We were just trying to help you out.
you guys are the most you're in the most extreme position in comparison to these other libraries that just, you log.
That's what we were
you know,
discussing. We were just going to go ahead and make you a thing.
You were just gonna just make a little tiny step to
And we realized that it was.
it's a very
Yeah.
tiny step. Oh, you don't have to give us your ID. Just tell us your name.
well,
no,
I have to
that's-
put something in on the computer.
Guest. I mean, you can put in guest. I mean, that's to me is too tiny of a
I
step.
will go get you a guest pass, okay?
Well,
How about that?
I mean, however you want to do it. I'll admit I have hotspot, but I mean, I'm paying $75 for 20 gigabytes, so I like to avoid paying so much so often for the hotspot. I mean, I can connect, but yeah, I mean, I come to libraries to get a little relief from that, and yeah, I'm if I can connect without having to interact. There's libraries where I don't have to talk to the
Oh, that-
librarians. You just
That would be good.
go in, have a seat, connect instantly. That's the ideal for maybe even sit outside
Yeah.
and just connect, check whatever, and leave. I mean, no interactions whatsoever. But here,
Yeah.
it's a smaller town, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. As far as the spot goes, yeah, there would be no way of getting around that at all. It has to be inputted into the Cassie.
yeah,
And-
spots.
And we have to write down the number for you to actually put into the computer, and then that
Yeah.
allows you access.
Do you print off receipts? Those receipts, paper receipts that I have to input then into the spots, name and login. There's no. But some libraries have paper receipts, which I think is a little extreme too. They print off every half hour, some are every couple hours.
Oh.
You'd have it on your screen, and then you'd.
Yeah, it comes on the
Yeah.
screen. It says every 30 minutes.
Yeah, the spot system I've seen before at other libraries, and I can't quite remember exactly how they went, but I mean, it's their spot. I think historically for me has been pretty stringent on requirements to just get on the Wi-Fi. They need some kind of interaction. Spot. I think every time Spot has required some kind of interaction with the librarian.
That is something that we can. We would have to talk to our tech people. Because as far as I know, I don't know any other way around that.
Okay, and this is like a building where we're supposed to be quiet and stuff, and I don't come here to interact with people.
I get that. I get that.
I just I'll just come on. I usually just only use the internet. So most I do for books is maybe walk up and down the aisles and read the covers and see if what looks neat. But I mostly use the internet. I've stopped at quite a few, but even smaller towns it could be more difficult. They're dotted. These your stringent type of libraries with the Wi-Fi are dotted, and I never know what to expect. I mean, I
will go get you one, and I'll tell the girls that whenever you come in, just to make a basic guest pass.
I'm just a guest. This might be.
I know.
Maybe tomorrow too. I'll just.
Okay. But I'll tell them that they don't need to know your name, just to put guest in there, and not. That they don't have to bother you, okay?
Okay. And in a couple libraries back up in North, I said I don't want to give my name, and he's like, okay, we'll just put you as guest.
Okay.
But I mean, you're your own entities, okay? You're not them. You're
good.
You're not the other libraries, so
you're good.
I'm just saying, in comparisons, I'm seeing a pattern at least. Most libraries are a little more liberal, a little more generous with the Wi-Fi in comparison. Okay. So I mean, it's couple hours warning every half hour.
It'll give you.
I'm interested, but I just as far I don't feel I owe you any. This kind of saying it kind of strong. I don't feel like I owe you.
You're good.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
You're good. It'll give you 3 hours. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
The Wi-Fi area, and it asks for. It should have a little dog on there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. When it asks for patron ID number, you're going to put in all the letters and numbers, including the dash, and there is no password.
Okay. Oh, there's no password? Okay.
No password.
Okay.
And those are the number 0.
Oh, 0? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I just want to make sure that it goes through before I...
And it's only one computer each time, so if I wanted to get on my tablet or my phone, that's have to be a separate thing. Okay, so I got to think about that. All right, I think I'll mostly use the laptop, but all right, this is as soon as I get on, then it's a couple hours. Okay, all right, thank you.